So what does the three of spades have in common with the six of diamonds, the eight of spades, and the king of clubs? They all occupy the intersection of Saturn and Jupiter. Who have positive Saturn and Jupiter in their chart, like my husband, whose Saturn is in Capricorn and his Jupiter is in Sagittarius, they can get a lot of shit done. It's about having that it's about having your cheerleader, your internal cheerleader in place, and the troubleshooter in place, the judge. They're sitting right next to each other and they're cooperating with each other. So if you get really stymied by Saturn, this card can balance you out with the Jupiter energy. If you're overly optimistic or delusional, delusions of grandeur with Jupiter, Saturn can step in and say, I'm going to clear you up on some things here. So write this list again, and I'll explain. A lot of you probably already have figured out exactly why I'm putting all four of these cards in a category, but three of spades in the mundane spread, horizontal Saturn, vertical Jupiter. Okay, what's horizontal Jupiter, vertical Saturn? Eight of spades. And what are the two karma cards? We have king of clubs and six of diamonds. And yes, they're also Pluto to each other, which is kind of interesting, right? No, not Pluto, Uranus. So I'm thinking, do I know any king of clubs that know a three of spades or a six of spades? Not coming to mind at the moment, but maybe you know some. Maybe you are one of those. Hi, Denise. How are you today? So while we're waiting for more people to join, I'm just going to do a little spready. I just did my 3-card draw over on Instagram, and there's a Ms. Savage 123 that found me on YouTube as a result of me doing my little 3-card draws over on Instagram. So I'm like, yay! And if you are here, hello. She's a 7 of clubs, and the reading we did for her was spot on. So let's do a reading for all of you here. Go ahead and hold a question in your mind, or just allow the universe to tell you something. Okay, my guides are telling me, use your left hand and then draw from the top. Okay. We have 2 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, and queen of spades. The format that I'm using today is one I sort of invented, meaning what are the placement of the cards, what do they mean? The first card is, what are you doing well? The second card is, what do you need to see? And the third card is the outcome. And then we have environment on the bottom of the deck. So what are you doing well today? 2 of diamonds means you are in alignment with a partner, maybe within yourself, regarding what is important to you, what your values are. And this certainly is true of my husband and I today. I just held him and I said, I'm just so glad we're good. And there's this mutual support. You know, diamonds are like, I value you. I see you. Diamonds are kind of sparkly. They cluster. They admire each other. So this brings in that energy of mutual support. So this is what we're doing well. And maybe you have gotten behind yourself and said, it's really okay for me to want what I want. Kind of like you're your own business partner or coach saying, I support myself. What is it that we need to see? The 10 of diamonds, the center card is the blind spot, or the Pluto, I guess you could see it that way. The 10 of diamonds means there's a lot going on here. There are a lot of pieces to the puzzle. What I'm getting intuitively from this is that there's a really strong pull on you that's maybe activating a caretaking program. The 10 of diamonds people, they tend to feel like they have to be all things to all people. They're very dynamic, very talented. Hi, Jeannie. They're so competent on so many levels that they don't know how to delegate. And their Pluto card is the 9 of hearts. So they tend to have that program of caretaking, and they don't know when to say no. They don't know when to delegate, and they don't know when to say, hey, I don't need to be in this picture, even though I'm the 10 of diamonds and it's all about me. So this is asking us to pull back a little bit and say, am I trying to be all things to all people? Are there a lot of balls in the air here that I'm not really putting together? Okay, what is the result of coming to this insight? It's the karma card of the Queen of Spades. So the Queen of Spades sits in the real estate of the 10 of diamonds over here. So who lives there? The 10 of diamonds lives where that Queen of Spades is sitting. And what this means is that when you really rein it in and you get an idea of like, okay, I'm just letting too much energy drain out here or here or here, worrying about something that is not my issue, that is between them and their creator or their whatever, you gain self-mastery. You gain a sense of sovereignty. You get back in your chair and you get back to this. I value what I value and what's important to me. Okay, what is the environment card, the back of the reading? And is this landing for anybody in particular? I feel like I'm tuning in to somebody, so, and you don't have to let me know. This might be kind of private for you. So just go ahead and sit back and enjoy. So anyway, what does the Five of Hearts mean? It is in the context of personal emotional freedom. Oh, good. Denise says, yes, it's landing. So the big picture here, like in the last reading, we had the Four of Hearts. It's really about making your inner child feel safe despite kind of seeing the big picture. Again, this is another big picture sort of card. Northern Lights. Wow, awesome. This asks you in a quiet place when you don't have to please anybody. What do you want today? What do you need? What would feel good to you? And you put that ego mind aside and you're like, wow, I need to sit here and cry. I need ice cream. I need Harry Potter. I need to call so and so. That would make me feel better. So yeah, this is saying finding your emotional freedom in the context of all of this. That's really what's going on here. Partnering with yourself, learning to say no, and gaining a sense of sovereignty within yourself. That's going to make you feel like you can have fun. So it's not just security, emotional security, the Four of Hearts, it's emotional fun, emotional desires being met. So anyway, thank you so much for your feedback. I will entertain any personal questions about the cards, about your cards, about what's going on with you. I have the Six of Spades and Saturn. What the hell is going on? Whatever you need. But if you don't have one of those questions handy, let's continue talking about, okay, do you know a Three of Spades, which is today? And the Three of Spades planetary ruling card today is the Seven of Spades. And that's really funny because I was thinking March 7th, seven of Spades. And then when I was playing solitaire online, the last card that I needed that finally showed at the end, there were two Seven of Spades in a row, and they were like at the very bottom, kind of. And I was like, there's something about the Seven of Spades today. And it reminds me of that phrase, the zeal of the Lord will accomplish this. There is a sense in which nothing can happen without the eyes of faith, without trust, without feeling it before you see it, believing it before you see it. So that's a little Seven of Spades. But the Three of Spades, Seven of Spades has a very, very strong internal insulation. Whose ever birthday it is today, and I think I know someone whose birthday is today. That Seven of Spades has like confidence, unconditional confidence. They've got that King of Diamonds under them because they know what's important to them. So yeah, maybe they can be a little judgy, but the thing I admire about judgy people is that they know who they are. Like, I mean, we know judgment and the ego and that kind of shit is, not really on target, but sometimes it's coming from a place of like, I know what I'm doing here. I feel strong in myself. And then that planetary, or the birth card, Three of Spades, is just very capable of getting stuff done with the Jupiter and the Saturn. So the Six of Diamonds are also that way. Really, really good at just kind of keeping the machinery going. Happy Venus Day. Ogunburu Damiolola. Damilola. Happy Venus Day. Is that because, because it's Friday. Viernes. Sí. Yeah, Six of Diamonds have that competence for sure. They're called to a more creative life, though. They have a relationship with, like, do I want to get stuck in corporate and the machine and the do? Because they head up the Jupiter line here, and they're all even cards. It's all about enterprise, but then they have this Three of Spades karma card. It's visiting them, sitting in their spot, bringing a message of what if you were artistic and creative and you got really busy and structured with your passion. They're unstoppable. Lore Master Cat, happy 10 of Hearts week. Thank you for that. That showed up in our little mini reading. Okay, what about the Eight of Spades, King of Clubs? So we're talking about this position here in the pure spread, and the Eight of Spades sitting there. So is that different because they're sitting in the Jupiter line? I think the difference is that I was saying that about the Six of Diamonds and their karma with the Three of Spades. They're calling to an artistic life rather than a corporate life, using all of their machinery to do something that's closer to their heart, their creativity. I think I'm answering your question. If I wasn't, I am about to look at the other Jupiter-Saturn intersection. So let's go to horizontal Jupiter, vertical Saturn. So that would be the Eight of Spades on top. So I definitely see this with the King of Clubs. Okay, good. King of Clubs people just kind of, not all of them, mind you, some are trying to find their brain. It just kind of goes with the territory of a king. Like, are you starting at the bottom, or are you starting with some level of mastery? Do you have a sense of sovereignty, or are you trying to find that? Kings kind of go in both directions, but more of them seem to be pretty strong. But anyway, yeah, I know a lot of King of Clubs, and they are just totally streamlined and doing their due. And one of the reasons is because sitting here in the mundane spread, what is under their entire hand? They have all spades, and they go up into the crown line. You can back up all the way to the Seven of Spades, and they will go up to the crown line. But anyway, so the spades, it gives them a sense of right brain, left brain integration. Okay, Gene. The Seven of Spades is my Jupiter card, my decon and ascendant card. And when I had my last Seven of Spades day, I broke my phone while found a reading. I was in space and forgot I had a physical body, and boom, very Seven of Spades, the accident prone card. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that, but it would make sense with it sitting down here in Jupiter Neptune. So the Neptune can be kind of la 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 la, and the Jupiter is like, oh, everything's wonderful, and not quite so grounded. So yeah, that is very interesting. And I think with it being the planetary ruler today, that just feels really significant. That's the card for Apple and breaking them. The Seven of Spades is Apple. That makes sense to me. Because yeah, one of the phrases the Seven of Spades would say is, I know how to do this right. Man, they make some incredible products, don't they? That is wild. So the other card of perhaps this machinery of Jupiter and Saturn. Oh, I was going to say, how are they different? So the Eight of Spades. I think being in the Jupiter line, it's less likely that they're going to come from a really dysfunctional family or have something very difficult in their beginning. Like that Three of Spades can also indicate a kind of divided life of some kind. The Six of Diamonds can indicate that there's something really karmic going on in this lifetime, and it might not be a smooth ride. I've noticed every card that begins in the Saturn line has a dysfunctional family. I mean, you just ask them. You go, was one parent absent? Is another parent sort of certifiable? Did you feel invisible? Was there like just a dislocation between you and having a sense of a safe belonging place? Most of them will say yes. Okay, when you're born into the Jupiter line, horizontal, I think it's much more likely that you're going to have a more solid foundation. So maybe that Jupiter energy is just more inherent to you. But being vertical Saturn, you know that purpose and discipline is actually really important. You're less likely to be flighty or inflated or diluted with the excessive Jupiter energy. So, Eight of Spades, they're quiet people. It's hard to really get a sense of where they are, and but they can be a real force of nature. They've got some big opposites going on within them because their very first card is the Ace of Hearts. So they tend to feel kind of immature. They tend to feel sort of childlike. Maybe their communication style or the way they interact with people feels kind of, I don't know, it's like this baby infant innocence card right next to this incredibly hard driving, general Rommel card. So yeah, that's got to be a weird thing to balance out. My sister is the 10 of diamonds with she's a Virgo, so 8 of spades is her planetary ruler, and she definitely demonstrates that. It's almost like, oh my God, which one are we going to get today? What's hiding there in your communication? Is there some kind of infantile need you're trying to meet through being forceful and trying to control? So anyway, sorry, that's not a terribly flattering thing to say about the 8 of spades, but I've lived through it one too many times. Okay. I think I'll take a couple more questions. Do you guys want me to do another little mini reading? Does somebody have a particular question? Man, it's been a really weird day for me. Very weird. I have been letting go of so much sadness this week. I wake up into this cloud of sadness. Your sun is the Jack of Spades and the 8 of Spades. Yeah. So has he demonstrated an incredible ability to be manipulative? Seeing that potential combination there. And as a mom, do you need to be reminded that he's an innocent little human in a way? Do you need to be reminded that he's not just all spade, that he's a heart because he's a person? I think sometimes we get preoccupied with our suit, and we forget that we have all 4 suits in our hand. Every card does. That's the way it is. It's just like, where does that show up? Can we just get a general mini reading? A general mini reading for everybody and everything. I keep reminding myself that this is his path and I need to be patient and trust the process. Yeah. One is a 5 of diamonds. You are more than adequately equipped to navigate all of that. And the insecurity and doubt that you feel is what makes you perfect for that. The role of doubt is really important in keeping us listening. He needs to learn from his mistakes, not my experience. Oh my gosh. But he would be wise to pay attention, right? Some do and benefit. But yeah, as a spade, that is probably true that he will insist on learning from his own experience. Okay, mini reading for everybody. Should we include kind of the larger picture of the world? Because I know some of you are not from the States here. Okay, we'll just see what I come up with. My guides are very excited. They're like, pick 4 cards, pick 4 of them. And they're like, we want to tell you what's coming. Like, nobody knows the future. Don't give me that bullshit. They're laughing. Oh, very interesting. Canada. Oh, Canada. I love you, Canadians. We used to go fishing there every year. Indeed, I'm right there to check him when he's going a little off the rail there. He's focusing on chess, and that seemed to balance his energy out a lot, putting his strategic gifts to work. Oh, isn't that interesting? Excuse me. Okay, so we have 995 Queen. Our first card is the Nine of Hearts. So this is saying, everybody, love everybody. Unconditional love, no conditions. Or we're all going to die. Okay, and the Nine of Clubs is infinite, transcendent. Transcendent is the word I was getting for the nine. So this is transcendent love. This is transcendent knowledge. Or we're all going to go crazy and forget everything. No, just kidding. Transcendent love to be accompanied by transcendent knowledge or wisdom. That's a very powerful message if we're talking about the big old collective. And I think if they're they're like, now we're going to tell you what's coming. Change in the financial system, empowerment of the service industries, maybe modified by this mother card who's always speaking the truth. If you're a diamond female like Jeannie and me, you know how to lay it down. And sometimes being kind and sensitive is secondary to our objective. So anyway, this big financial change might be, what's the word? Modified isn't the word. Modulated, buffered, I don't know, kind of overseen by this voice of wisdom here. That is, she's also nurturing and loving. Cosmic Sunflower, hi. He's 10, not a 10 of hearts. He's 10, heart. Yeah, man, my daughter, the 8 of clubs, she did not seem like a 3-year-old when she was 3. She seemed like a monster. And then she'd be all sensitive and I'd hurt her feelings and she'd cry and be like, oh, I'm such a mean mommy. Anyway, yeah, this is Jeannie's card too. And I was talking about the Queen of Diamonds. So here we go. I was like, you manipulative little bitch. Oh, and this is her moon card. Sorry, Jeannie and I can X-gas about our Jack of Spades babies. So there is a big financial change coming, financial freedom that comes with it. And this Queen of Diamonds, she's holding a flower and she loves everybody. Wow, your transformation card. That's so cool. How do you know that? Transformation card. The transformed self ascending is the 10 of hearts for Jeannie. That's all I'm seeing here. Yeah, where did you get that? The transformed self, is that the same as Jupiter plus plus? So it's Pluto and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Jupiter plus Saturn plus Jupiter plus plus Saturn plus plus is how I'm thinking of it. Oh, yes, yes. So you're talking about Jeannie. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Why don't you give me a paper cut and pour lemon juice while you're at it? Yeah, but that 8 of clubs sits equidistant in between the 7 of diamonds and 9 of hearts. And that's what made me curious about that particular card, because if I go Jupiter, Saturn, it's Saturn plus plus. So I'm that for her too. So the Jack of Spades for me is Jupiter, Saturn, Jupiter plus plus. Okay, so this means that yes, we do have an awesome connection. Are you talking to me? The 12 card from my card is transformation. That's the 6 of clubs, right? That's going down. Hi, Green Knight Aaron. Hey, your sister is a 3 of spades. Yeah, go back to the beginning and tell me what you think about that. So I kind of break down what they all have in common, being Jupiter Saturn intersection, but they've all got kind of their unique little thing. Her birthday isn't today, is it? Today's the 3 of spades. So the Jack of Spades bath of this mini reading of 9-9, 5 Queen means that as we transform our unconditional love for everybody and everything, and we open at the top to universal transcendent knowledge, we will see a change in values on the planet. Possibly we know a big financial shift has been in the works for a long time, and it's going to benefit everybody. Maybe it's that $5,000 we've been hearing about. Woo, woo! And maybe that's not a one-time thing. Then I can look sort of business. No, this Jack of Spades means transformation. This means the big solar flash is going to happen. And Jesus is coming back. Well, maybe, but the Jack of Spades means that something, okay, my guidance on this is like this. Something really mysterious is coming in. And it's like, ooh, it is a mystery. Okay, I'm not going to do a perfect quote of Thessalonians here, but my brothers and sisters, it is a mystery how we shall all be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Da 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 da. You know that those verses about, and you wonder what did the apostles, what was that like for them to be writing this stuff, writing these letters? Like, how did he know? I tend to be kind of cynical about Paul. I think if you've been a Christian for a long time, you go through this phase where you're like, I don't care about Paul. But then you read some of his stuff and you're like, dude, like he was close. He walked closely and he knew some stuff. But anyway, I digress. I think we are all going through massive solar changes, solar flares. I think it's affecting us all in different ways. I think it's been really difficult. And it shows up very differently for everybody. Like I said, I'm releasing a lot of sadness. But yeah, I think this big change is happening. It's not just coming, it's happening. It's been prophesied by so many different religions. And I think we're on the cusp and in the midst of tremendous change. So keeping our hearts open, keeping our minds open is the message here. So thank you so much for asking for that big general reading. I think Denise asked us that. So Cosmic Sunflower, Genie, Northern Lights, Green-Eyed Errant joining. Denise, Lore Master, Ogunbaru. Yeah, I don't know if these people are still with us, but thank you so much for joining and for adding your wisdom to our experience. I will catch you on the next one. And if you are on Instagram, look for Kismet cards. Give me a little love there. It's kind of lonely when I go on there. It's weird. It's a different environment, but it's going okay. I just usually do a quick 3-card spread for that day. And you can go back and like pick any one of them and, you know, it might be relevant. They've been really relevant for the people that are watching. So that's cool. I love this. Cosmic Sunflower. And yes, you're welcome, Denise and Northern Lights 1111. Okay, Jeannie says there's a lot of Uranus energy connections in that reading. Wow. Oh, yeah. And Uranus is all that new stuff that we have not imagined before. Cosmic Sunflower says something interesting would be to take a look at Trump's card, 3 of Diamonds, as well as South Africa, Ace of Clubs, and it's the volatile relationship happening now. I've heard that there's something going on with that, and I apologize. I do not know what that is, but I will do that. I will take a look at that. And you guys, I've been considering doing a TikTok. I do have a TikTok channel. I never use it, but I've been thinking about going on there and just letting the shit fly. I mean, going political, to going all in and saying, okay, I'm going to look at people's cards, da 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 da. I looked at their cards before the election and I knew who was going to win. I was like, oh my God, he's got this Ace of Spades thing going on, or 8 of Spades. But I felt like I couldn't talk about it because I don't want to push anybody away. But that 8 of Diamonds that we got in that previous reading, I'm thinking maybe it's time for us to, stand your ground and speak your convictions, and don't be afraid anymore, because paradigm shifts are happening very quickly. I think a lot of people are seeing the bigger picture and being like, what was that about? Please I hope, right? Okay, so I got a yes from Northern Lights to do that. Okay, so if I do go on TikTok, I will definitely let you guys know and how to find me. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna look right now. I'm going out for a sexy glass of wine with my good friend Mindy because we feel like it. We're gonna get sassy tonight and go to a jazz bar. Jazz won't start till 4 hours later, but that's good because we'll be able to hear each other talk. Okay, TikTok. And if I have only my personal channel, I'll have to find my. No, shut up. Shut up. I don't want that. Oh, oh, there's my son fixing a car. Oh, I can't stand that about. Okay, TikTok. Can you guys help me? Kathleen, my 7 of Diamonds friend. So here I am on TikTok. That's my son, my Jack of Diamonds son. He does these fast videos. He's doing something with a piece of a car. Inbox. Just need to make everyone be quiet. Okay, if I hit plus, that means I'm gonna do. Oh, can you only do a 60-second video? That's stupid. Can you go live? Oh, maybe you have to have enough followers to go live. Feel free to just like say anything here. Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep it to 60-second videos if I do this. Profile. What does my profile look like? Oh, okay. It's my picture, and it is Kismet. Sorry if you can't see this. It says at it is Kismet Cards. That is my channel, and you'll see a bunch of videos of my dogs so far, and a video clip from SG1. Am I the same username? How do I answer that question? What's my username? Would it be at it is Kismet Cards? Is that my username? Edit profile. Username, it is Kismet Cards. Username, tiktok.com/at it is Kismet Cards. Oh, Jeannie started following me. Right on. Oh, that's so cute. How do I follow you back? Do I have alerts? Oh, yeah, follow back. Jeannie the Painter? Some guy named Nelson Fred started following me. I guess I should follow him back. You never know, ew. Or, well, what can they do to me? What can they do to me? Friends? Can you guess what it is? Oh, this is so lame. Northern Lights 111 started following me. You know a girl named Kismet? It's a great name. Wow, thank you guys for following me. So I followed 2 of you back. This is a good idea. Make it stop. That's the thing is I go on here and I'm like, make it stop. It's just non-stop. That's what I like about Instagram, you can take the volume off, screenshot it, then click the link from the picture. Screenshot what? And click the link. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Oh my God, the interior of this car is all leopard print. I have to call him. We haven't talked in the last few days. Did he put the leopard print? I think he did. I think that's what this is about, is he put leopard print. I'm sorry, you guys. Gah! Yeah, that's why I'm not a big TikTok fan. Philosophically, I am in a lot of ways, but yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm really going to go now. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Even though I was feeling kind of shitty and it's a weird day, I'm just really glad I did this. Because I like you guys. And I like you so much. Okay, well, have a really good day. Take care.